Have you ever wondered why, even though you don't chase women, they still seem intrigued, yet subtly test you at every turn? You walk into a room. You command presence without saying a word. You're a Sigma male, independent, mysterious, and unapologetically yourself. But here's the truth most men will never tell you. Women secretly test Sigma males more than any other type of man. Why? Because you don't fit their script. You don't crave approval. You don't follow the herd. And that mystery, that power, it makes them curious but also cautious. They need to know, are you truly as unshakable as you appear? Or is it just a mask? These subtle tests often fly under the radar, but they're happening every day. And if you fail them, you lose that powerful edge. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'm going to reveal 5 secret ways women test Sigma males, ways designed to crack your armor or confirm your strength. Pay close attention, because once you see these tests, you'll never unsee them. And knowing how to pass them, that's what sets a true Sigma apart from the rest. Let's dive in. Number 1, the indifference test, how you handle her. Pulling away. One of the most common and hidden tests women use on Sigma males is the sudden display of indifference. It often looks like this. She was showing interest, sending signals, giving you attention. Then out of nowhere, she pulls away. Cold, distant, no explanation. Why? Because Sigma males project emotional independence, and women want to see if that's genuine or an act. If you react, chasing, questioning, or overanalyzing, you fail. You reveal a hidden insecurity. But if you remain grounded, stay focused on your mission, and act unaffected, you pass with flying colors. It's not about being arrogant. It's about having your own life, purpose, and emotional center, no matter how she acts. Psychology backs this up. People test boundaries to gauge emotional resilience. A Sigma's power lies in being unshaken by external validation or rejection. Story time. A Sigma friend of mine met an incredibly attractive, high-status woman. They connected deeply. Then suddenly, she ghosted for a few days. He didn't chase. He stayed on his path. A week later, she returned, more intrigued than ever, because she saw this man cannot be rattled. Remember this. When she pulls away, stay centered. The true test isn't her attention. It's your ability to remain unmoved by it. Number 2, the emotional spike test, how you handle drama. Here's another classic test. She creates an emotional spike, conflict, drama, or a sudden emotional outburst, just to see your reaction. Women instinctively test a Sigma's ability to stay calm under pressure. Why? Because emotional control signals strength, leadership, and security. It might start small, a snarky comment, passive-aggressive behavior, or picking a fight over something trivial. The goal? To see if you'll lose composure, or if you'll remain composed and grounded. Psychology calls this an emotional regulation test. High-value men, especially Sigmas, don't match chaotic energy. They remain still waters. I'll give you an example. A Sigma client once dated a woman who would randomly throw little verbal jabs during conversations. Rather than reacting emotionally, he'd smile slightly, maintain eye contact, and calmly redirect the conversation. The result? Her respect grew, her tests faded. Remember, when a woman throws emotional bait your way, your job is not to win the argument. Your job is to demonstrate inner peace and unshakable presence. Stay calm, stay composed. Because the man who controls his emotions controls the dynamic. Number 3, the status comparison test, measuring your sense of worth. Sigma. Males naturally give off a vibe of self-worth not tied to external status. But women will test this. How? By subtly comparing you to other men, exes, wealthy guys, influential figures, just to see if your confidence wavers. It's rarely direct, more like, "Oh, my ex used to drive this kind of car," or "That guy over there owns 3 businesses." The hidden question is, does this shake you? Do you feel the need to prove yourself? Fail the test, and you fall into insecurity. Pass the test by staying indifferent and unmoved, and you show true Sigma energy. A powerful story. A Sigma I coached once told me he was at a party where a woman compared him to an influential entrepreneur. His response? He simply smiled and said, "Good for him." No ego, no defensiveness. Result? She saw he wasn't competing because he knows his own value. The lesson: never justify, never explain, never compete. The Sigma path is about being self-defined, not status-defined. When you own this mindset, comparisons lose all power over you. Number 4, the masculine boundaries test. Will you hold your line? Women will often test your ability to enforce healthy masculine boundaries, especially with a Sigma male. Why? Because Sigmas project independence and strength, but they need to prove consistency under pressure. The test shows up when she pushes your limits, arriving late, disrespecting your time, testing your patience. If you tolerate poor behavior to keep the peace, you fail. But if you calmly and respectfully enforce your boundaries without anger or apology, you pass. Here's a real-life example. A Sigma friend had a date where the woman showed up 40 minutes late without messaging. When she arrived, he greeted her politely, but calmly told her he values punctuality and ended the evening early. Result: her respect skyrocketed because he valued his own standards over her approval. Psychologically, this is about testing your frame. Strong men maintain their frame no matter what. The takeaway: your boundaries are your fortress. If you don't defend them, no one will respect them. Set your standards and calmly uphold them. Because when you do, you radiate true masculine strength. Number 5, the authenticity test. Are you truly comfortable in your skin? Perhaps the deepest test of all. Are you genuinely comfortable in your own skin? Sigma males project authenticity, but women will test to see if that's real or an act. This test comes in the form of teasing, calling out quirks, or questioning your lifestyle choices. It's subtle, but powerful. If you become defensive, self-conscious, or over-explain, you fail. If you laugh, own your quirks, and stand firm, you pass. An example: a Sigma acquaintance was once teased for being too serious about his purpose-driven lifestyle. Instead of shrinking, he smiled and said, "That's just who I am. I don't do average." That unapologetic self-ownership instantly elevated his attractiveness because it showed true self-acceptance. Psychology confirms authenticity is magnetic. People gravitate toward those who are fully comfortable with themselves. Remember, you don't owe the world an explanation for who you are. The Sigma path is one of radical authenticity. Own it fully. The more comfortable you are with you, the more irresistible your energy becomes. And that is the ultimate Sigma test to pass. Conclusion: strong, impactful. Outro: now you know. Women will test Sigma males constantly and subtly. They're not doing it to hurt you. They're doing it because they're drawn to your strength. But they need to feel it's real. Every test you pass by remaining grounded, authentic, and unshaken amplifies your value. Every failure chips away at that image. So remember, stay centered when she pulls away. Stay calm through emotional spikes. Stay self-defined against comparisons. Stay firm on your boundaries. Stay unapologetically you. When you master these, you rise above the noise. You become the rare man she cannot shake, cannot control, and cannot forget. And that, my friend, is the Sigma way. If this resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, because we dive deep into the mind of the Sigma male every week. Like, share, and comment below. Have you seen these tests? How did you respond? I read every comment. Until next time, stay strong, stay authentic, and walk your own path. See you in the next video.